Welcome to our van life with our four dogs. On this episode, we talk about why we switched out our van. Please like and subscribe and stay tuned for more. Hi everyone, I am Pia.
And I'm Sean.
And we have our four chihuahuas, Yoda, Jabba, Chewbacca, and this girl, BobaFett. We started our van life journey this March of this year and would like to tell you all about our experiences. So please stay tuned.
Yeah, we loved our first foray into van life with our Thor Rize 18M. It was a great starter van on the Dodge ProMaster chassis. We did have some issues that we're going to illustrate here in the beginning of this episode. We hope it'll help you as you also look to start your van life.
We're here in our Storyteller Overland, and we'll tell you why we made the switch from a Ram Promaster to a Ford Transit.
So, as a disclaimer, we do want to reiterate that we loved our first van. The Thor 18M was a great van for us, got us to a lot of cool places, and we were able to explore a lot of cool areas. But because of the dogs and also because of our goals, we did find some issues that just didn't work for us. So we really felt we wanted to make a change.
One of the issues that we encountered that proved to be that we needed better power was when we were down at Joshua Tree, our AC and our Airbnb went out, and we had to spend the night in the van. Unfortunately, the house did not have a shore power that we could connect to, and we ended up using our generator the whole night just to run our AC.
Mm-hmm. And we did stay cool and kept the dogs cool, but it was a really eye-opening experience that unless you're at an RV park or have a house that has 30 amp hookups, you would have to run the generator in that type of van overnight. And that just is not optimal when you are stealth camping or camping at near houses with that type of noise.
One of the other issues that we ran into with our Thor Rize was the space. We had a wet bath in the back of the van, which we didn't even really use the wet bath at all because at the time that we were camping, we would find areas that had bathrooms available. And we were just using the wet bath as a storage area. And then the other thing was the layout of the bed. The bed was from a couch that you pull out and turn into a bed, and we found that that was really made the space even more limited and very tight. Our last issue that we found with our Thor Rise was the driving experience. So we were always mindful of going uphill. The van took a really long time to get up. To summarize, so the three issues that we knew that we needed to change with our van was the power system, the layout, and including the
Drivability. So as we went down the road of evaluating and researching new vans, we really wanted to make sure it was an adventure van. And so, as most of us will do, we went to the internet and we searched YouTube every night and watched tons and tons of content creators doing van walkthroughs, van tours, going to all of the van expos and the car shows and RV shows, and really exhaustively looking at every brand out there.
We watched a lot of van comparisons, and that's how we decided that we wanted an adventure van because we didn't want to be tied down to an RV campground for when we do go out. We wanted to be able to go out and do dispersed camping at different sites that were available, and we came upon Storyteller Overland.
So as we were looking at all the different adventure vans out there that could meet our requirements, we really started to settle on the Storyteller Overland model LT, but we had, even within Storyteller Overland, a ton of choices because they support van builds on both the Mercedes Sprinter chassis as well as the Ford Transit chassis. And a couple of the big requirements that we had were drivability and the ability to get gas very easily. So the fact that the Mercedes Sprinter runs on diesel and the Ford Transit runs on regular gas, that became a major differentiator for us. And we also had one of our favorite YouTube couples that made the choice as well.
So we also wanted to get the Ford Transit Mode LT because of maintenance. We aren't too sure that there are a lot of Mercedes Benz Sprinter dealer or service out here, but we knew that with a Ford Transit, we could get service at pretty much everywhere else.
We had an awesome sales team that helped answer all of our questions. We could do any driving tests or walkthroughs, basically our own personal adventure van expo here in Fremont, California. And we'd really like to thank Christopher, Brandon, and Jace for all their help in really sealing the deal on choosing the Storyteller Overland.
How we came to choose the Storyteller Overland was the power system. It has a massive power system that we don't need to be plugged in into a shore power, and including the bathroom. There's no bathroom, but there is a hidden shower, including a toilet, and the layout of the van. We have a Murphy bed that could stay in place, or we can pull it up and put more storage underneath all that space. We will definitely give a van tour of our Storyteller Overland on our next few videos, so you'll get to see what it's like inside our Storyteller.
Yeah, and we absolutely loved the ability to go off grid, especially with the fact that the chassis has all wheel drive, better tires, the ability to drive up and down hills with no problems. We even really made that decision based on different YouTube creators who did tests between the Mercedes Benz chassis of the Storyteller versus the Ford Transit chassis, and showcasing how much more powerful with the EcoBoost engine that this Storyteller has. On top of that, the fact that the battery system will charge while you drive it, and it takes about an hour, hour and a half to be able to get back to full batteries, and you don't have to depend on solar or generator or the power hookups. It's an amazing value to be able to do what we want to do.
So we've had the van for a couple of months now and have done a lot of traveling throughout California, with many more places for us to see, including going down to Baja California and up in Canada.
Yeah, we couldn't be happier with the whole process. The trade-in went very smoothly. As you saw, the orientation went very well, and we're definitely learning more and more about what van life really means in an adventure van like this. So stay tuned for more. Thanks for watching.
Thank you for watching.